just saying, if they're all going to bring friends and there's going to be bloody 1 million people here, we haven't got the room.
Of course we haven't got the room. He's not stupid.
Well, you heard what he just said, Nolan.
God, stress, Laurie. One of these days I'll pack me bloody bags and I'm going out of here. Truly, there's more drama living in this house than living out of it.
I don't know why.
I don't know why.
Wouldn't have a clue.
Did you ever have a party as a child?
Of course I did.
How many parties did you have as a child?
Oh, I would have had 2 or 3 when I was a kid.
Did you have one when you were 16?
A teenager? I can't remember whether I had one.
But 16's an age.
I can't remember whether I had a party. I probably did. I can't believe something. The cops will only come here once or twice and they'll leave you on your own if we keep ringing them if there's trouble here. The cops will
There's not going to be any
Michael seems to think there is.
trouble.
Oh, yeah, there's going to be
Michael seems to think there's going to be trouble if we've got no bouncers
You need
here.
a bouncer at the gate. Come
I'm just
on.
saying. Well, say I invite 3 guys, they bring a friend along. He's a guy that I don't like.
Well, you're not to bring friends. You've invited them.
Oh, is he going to do that?
It's by invitation only.
Well, we've only got room for 30 people here, maximum. So if you've invited 37 and they're all going to bring friends, we haven't got enough room. Have we? Common sense.
Just forget it.
Michael, you can sit right down.
All I'm saying is...
You can cut it out right now.
If you've invited 37 people here and they're all going to bring friends, you can't bring friends.
You sit down right now. For God's sake, he can't have a bloody birthday.
Of course he can, but he's just saying if they're all going to bring friends and there's going to be bloody 1 million people here, we haven't got the room.
Of course we haven't got the room. He's not stupid.
Well, you heard what he just said, Nolan.
I'm Michael Baker. That was me who Mum and Laurie were arguing about, again. I'm 15 years old and I live in Sylvania Waters, a suburb south of Sydney. I don't know if we're a typical Australian family, but this is our life. It's fairly complicated, but you'll get the hang of it as it goes along. In the middle of it all is my mum, Nolene.
You're going to see me as I am. As me. I'm me. I can't be nice and I can't be Joan Collins. I'm me. I'm me.
Then there's Laurie. He's my stepfather, but Mum and him aren't married yet. He's also really interested in car racing.
Driving a racing car, 10 tenths is like going to bed with a good woman. Very exciting. Very exciting. Very exciting. When you get out of it, you think, Jesus, I've got to do that again.
I'm pretty good friends with my brother's girlfriend, Dione. She's expecting a baby real soon.
I went through a really bad stage in my teenage years and treated my mum like a bitch and left home early, and after all this time it's taken me to be pregnant to realise, you know, my God, look what my mum went through for me.
I've got a big brother named Paul. He's the one who lives with Dione. He left home when he was 16 because he found it hard getting along with Mum and Laurie.
Him and Mum would go out. Now, us kids weren't allowed to sit and watch TV, so he'd take the knobs out of the TV. Now, and stuff like that really got up my nose, and that's probably why I'm still a bit bitter towards him, because in the early days he wasn't my father and he had no right to tell me what to do. He even hit me on a few occasions. And him and Mum threw me out of home.
Laurie's got a son of his own called Mick. He's my stepbrother. He's a pretty straightforward kind of guy.
No, he's been married to someone who's got no interest whatsoever in what you do and is not going to be prepared to back you up, and who you basically got to fight with to do what you want. I know a vet's really good with me. I mean, she lets me get away with murder. I do some of the stupidest things, like ride motorbikes at, nearly 30 years old and still riding around a motorbike like I was 16 and race cars.
Finally, there's a vet. She's married to Mick. I like her. She's pretty funny.
Well, you come to Nolene's house and it's different than our house, it's different than Paul and Dione's. Just shows you how what you work for is what you eventually achieve. And like 3 Australian families, and we all live differently. Even though we're all Australian, we're different.
Looking really happy and nice and relaxed. Huh? And the cat as well. There's the cat. So that's my family. There's also a couple of dogs, a couple of birds, and a couple of cats. But that's basically it. But by the way, you won't be seeing me for a while. I'm going overseas to my school on rugby tour. But that doesn't mean the arguments will stop.
Why we like just can't get it to work. Where's the photo paper?
Probably out.
You bring new pens.
That's not a brand new pen.
You bought 2 of those about 3 weeks ago?
That's not that one, though, is it?
Well, there's another one I used, one of those that was the same.
There's nothing wrong with that
One
one.
of the ones I just used was the sun. That's what I'm saying to you. I didn't say it for fun.
Yeah.
One of those I picked up
This
first.
is the one you had.
So I picked up one of those first.
Right.
I said, that's the third one. Didn't you hear me say that?
But there's nothing wrong with that one.
Look, there probably was never anything wrong with it. It wouldn't write when I wanted it to write. If you leave it for a while and play with it, it'll probably work.
I was pretty damn sure from the time I ever first saw Laurie that he was the one I was going to go for. And 3 weeks later, we were living together at Bexley. And we started our life from there. He had a boat on hire purchase and a car on hire purchase. He would do anything in the world to make you happy. Anything in the world. You can have anything you like. Okay, he can drink as good as the average Australian, and he can, at times, be very stern or strict. Basically, he's a softie. I enjoy our lifestyle more so than the money. It's not as if you have a lot of money. It's what you buy with the money you've saved. If you have anything at all, you've got to absolutely look after it. Otherwise, it'll just phase away. It'll just go. I'm gonna win. To come from being a child of a very, very big family to a separated mother to here, where I am now, you're always frightened someone's going to come and take it off you. You're always frightened that, will it last? I really do. I know they do it. And chopsticks, I object to them coming to a club because they don't hate. Australia is so young and has so much going. Any person at all in 13 years could be where we are now. Anyone.
We're in Sylvania Waters, which is quite a new area of Sydney.
When we bought this house, it was just a normal little 3-bedroom, and we decided we would put a second story on.
It's got a tile pool. It's got fully ducted air conditioning. We had a valuation done actually about 6 months ago, and it was valued at $1 million. We're lucky to have it, and we try to utilise it as much as we can and use the water. That's the whole idea of the house, being on the water here.
No one gave us any money at all. What you see, this is exactly what we've done with our lives. And it's taken us 13 years.
I don't think there's any pretentious people living around here, really. They're all basically workers or people with small businesses that have done all right, but there's no big natives around here or people with a lot of money, a hell of a lot of money. They're all struggling for what they got.
There's work. If people want to work, I think there's work. People that can work but depend on other people to help them along the way. They're the bludgers. Yes, there's plenty of those about. Plenty of bludgers about.
The person down here wants to know why you've got all this. They can't understand that you've got all this. Where'd you get it all from? Well, it didn't come from parents. There was nothing to be left. Laurie was an only child, but it wasn't left to Laurie. It was left to his mother, and that's exactly how it should have been anyway. But we have worked, haven't we?
Oh, my word.
We started off with $3,000 each, Laurie and I, 13 years ago. So, you have to work, but there's a lot of people that don't want to work. And when they do get a job, they do nothing but mess it up.
They're getting it too easy. They can go and collect money. I mean, what they should be given is a ticket, a meal ticket or clothing tickets, not cash in their hand. Now, I mean...
We hire labour, 2 companies in the metal trades. Toolmakers, fitter welders, trade assistants, truck drivers, you name it, we've got them. We are a little bit of a threat to unions They work as subcontractors. They're not wage earners. They work at that site for whatever time they require. They can work for a day, a month, a year. We've got men in jobs that have been there for 13 years in the same position for 13 years, doing the same job for 13 years. But the union, they call our class of business scab labour.
Not all of our family live in a big house on the water. Paul and Diane and their future baby live in more modest surroundings at Mortar.
Nipple there, baby.
Well, she always has. Girls have nipples, boys have them too.
Yeah, he's got lipstick. He's got a lipstick, Mum.
Paul and I were having a fight, and we were going through a really, really bad stage in our relationship early this year where we nearly broke up, and I said, we were having this really bad fight, and I said, Paul, I'm pregnant, and he just went, what? And we sort of just looked at each other and went, oh my God, unreal. And it was all like, oh my God, I can't believe it, And straight away, we thought, right, this is it, we're having this baby, we're going to have this baby. And because I have had a previous termination and it was horrible. I had to have a week off work. I just went through really bad fits of depression. I wished it never happened. And after that, we said, that's it, the next baby. If it's unplanned or planned, we're going to have this child and raise it and look after it and be a family. And that's what we've done, and we're really happy. I'm looking forward to it.
You're upset now, Nick. Three customers, they are here. It's a great job, it's outside, not in a factory, on a press going cuckoosh or something like that all day. I'm not cooped up. Suits me to a T. The only thing bad about it is I don't get enough money, that's all. I wouldn't have another job bar this. I'm here for the rest of my life, probably. If I want to go have lunch right now, I can go have lunch. It's just so my face won't right away with cancer.
It's to protect you from
Jeez, you're going to need a lot up there.
Gives him a chance to think when he's out there by himself. He tells me he does a lot of his thinking out at sea when he's just sitting there by himself.
Right, you look around now, there's no waves. And times like that, you just chick. And for the last 6 months, it's been baby Diane, just running from your head while I'm surfing. And it's made me feel good. It keeps me out of trouble. And it's relatively cheap and healthy.
Paul and Diane actually buckle down. Sit down and say, right, this is our budget. This is what we can afford to do. Live basic for 12 months and save. And I cannot see Paul and Diane buying a house this side of 10 years.
You'll see some good times as well. For example, you can thrill to Mum and Laurie dancing.
Howie, behave yourself.
Like all parents, Mick and Yvette sometimes find themselves doing things that they normally wouldn't do.
Holy shit.
And Mum just likes arranging cultural events.
I won't tell you what I did last week.
What did you do last week?
I can't tell you.
How did we get so It's your fault. You made the dress.
You're a dag, Nolan, you're a dag.
What's a horse? A sheep's.
A dag, yeah. It hangs off a sheep's bum.
I'm not one of them.
Yum, bird. Two together. What's that? Our friend Alexander.
You put the milk in after the tea bag comes out?